Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be focusing on creating quite a few things to try and prep to make the auto crafting system for all the trees and such, as well as prep for a bunch of other stuff. You can see here in my JEI I've saved a bunch of stuff into the list so I know what to craft and what I need to craft it for. Quick little bit about what I did in between episodes is I made sugarcane and automated that in a bonsai. To get the sugarcane, you need to first get the sugarcane seeds, which you can buy from the market for 8 wheat, or you can crush down apple leaves, which is what I did. And then I went over to this place over here, put down a sand block. You can see the wood that holds it up. And I planted the seed there to grow sugarcane, which then I can use to put in this bonsai here and grow the sugarcane. I also upgraded a lot of the bonsais to be 2 per resource to help progress on all the resources. And then I built that platform over there that is for the mob farm, which is one of the things we'll be creating today. I put a lot of the resources in there, but anything else I can grab from over here as we go along. I'm trying to go with a new design that I haven't done before. Usually I use a different type of fan. I use this fan, which is really loud and only goes to 16 blocks directly in front of it. But these ones I was looking at, they can push the mobs in the facing direction, which means I could possibly have them face downwards to push them down the hole. And they can be modified with fan upgrades, so we can make it wider. So I might not have needed to make the 100+ fans that I ended up making, now that I think about it. Can also make them go higher and push farther, just depending on how it goes. And with it, you can also see how there's a GUI effect. So you can see a little area where it shows where it pushes. The crafting recipe for that was 4 iron ingots, a redstone block, and 4 stone slabs, just to make one. I can take that off since I've already made quite a few. We'll see how we go. These upgrades I might need to make, which they will require feathers and iron. I believe for all of them, one of them requires redstone. And, well, mobs have started spawning on the dirt platform I've been slowly expanding as the dirt slowly gets, and you can see, got some chickens. But feathers can also be crafted or gotten in the market for just seeds. So if we really need to, we can just buy from there. It's really easy to get seeds. We don't need the sugarcane anymore since I already got that automated. The reason why I automated it was to make paper, which will be needed for a future filing system. A lot of the things here, like the auto crafter, the item duct, leadstone flux duct, and all these other machines will be for later. Right now, we're just focusing on getting a lot of these resources. The main one is getting to osmium, which is needed to craft like the metallurgic infuser, which will be helpful, as well as, I believe, yeah, this one also requires osmium. And to get osmium, it requires pouring molten osmium onto a sapling, I believe, for the osmium sapling, which I don't think I actually saved, so I'll have to do that. But to get the osmium sapling, we have to pour molten osmium onto a mineral sapling. So let me put that in there. And to get the molten osmium, we need to, I believe, let me see if I can find where it is. Oh yeah, the osmium, which requires iron resin, copper resin, quartz resin, and nickel resin. And to get all the quartz and copper, it will require a whole big crafting recipe with a bunch of other resources and stuff. Easiest one will be the copper amber, but such like the nickel, we'll need cocoa beans, which that will be easy. But the quartz, that will be difficult, and that will take a while to get. So we can start getting on that. Another thing is that nether portals don't exist in this one. It is cakes. You eat the special cake to go to the nether. So we just need a cake and some obsidian. So I'll be making an obsidian machine at some point. We'll just see how far we get today. For the servos and filters, those work with the items ducts to transfer the resources. These kind require electrum ingots, and they're considered usually like better ones. Filters aren't quite as good as the reinforced version of it. And so I've just been having a bunch of resources going through the smelter and gathering a few. I still need to wait for more resources to progress through the trees before I can get more. I also built down here, which you can access from the over here. I built underground platforms, so if I need a pipe underneath or something, I can easily access it. Again, wood is just temporary. I didn't want to use up all the stone slabs for this. I wanted to use them for over there. So we'll be removing these for decoration. And I use the water to get up. And I use the water to get down, build a couple blocks before creating a platform. In the future, I plan on using these elevator blocks, but that's not for a little while. So first things first, now that I've gone through all the explanation, we'll be focusing on making the mob farm, which most of the resources here will be what I'll be using it for. The reason why I'm using these diamond spikes is that they can be mobs killed by these spikes count as like player kills, which will be helpful. I'll need to get some hoppers for auto collecting of resources, but this thing's also like a redstone trigger. So when there's no redstone power, it doesn't kill. If there's redstone power, it does kill. This will allow me to help with creating a weapon in the future, as I need to kill mobs to get it stronger. But that's still for the future. So let's get to work on the mob farm, which I'll be focusing it from around the center here. And I'll build up from here. Oh yeah, these cobblestone prisms, I wanted kind of a decoration just than plain or other types of stone. I thought I liked this one. You can make a diamond chisel or an iron chisel with just a stick or and a piece of iron in a diagonal pattern, or with a diamond instead of iron. You can right click with it, put in the stone, and then you can change it to any form you want. It works for other resources too, such as the redstone. I think dirt also has some, so you can test it out as you play. But I've mostly made all the resources, so we'll see how it goes. And I'll be back after I build a bit of this, and see you soon. So as I was building the mob farm, I came across a little realization. There's two different types of stone that I ended up accidentally using. One was chiseled stone. After you smelt cobblestone, you put it through the chisel to make this pattern. Is lighter and like a little fade kind of, rather than the cobblestone put to the same pattern. So I had to quickly make a bunch of cobblestone of this and replace them. Just so you know, if you ever decide to build similarly, the material, even though it shows the same pattern, different materials do look differently. Let me just get back to building the mob farm, and I'll be right back. I was running low on a little bit of the materials, I believe. I plan on using this for the walls as well. I thought I made enough, but guess not. As you see, I used the wall climb mod to slide down. Hold shift as you press against the wall with either W, A, S, and D. Oh, I do have some more, but I don't think enough. So I'll quickly go get the cobblestone and show you how the chisel works. Oh yeah, and the large chest. So I used these things, this thing to build the giant chest. The columns is how wide on the screen it will go. Rows are how far up and down it can go. And actually 12 is too much. I found 7 usually works best. You can see this one is at max on either direction, so 20, all the columns and all the rows. It shoves my inventory off screen. It shoves its own inventory off screen. This one was another test. This one was a 24 columns by 8 rows. And even then it's still cutting off a little bit, so I believe 24 and 7 work best if you're interacting with the chest. Over here with the cobblestone generator, I can grab some of the cobblestone. Let's do that amount. It'll auto-generate some more. Then I can go to the chisel, right-click, and then turn them all into the cobblestone prism shape. And then I can put that back away and use it to get to make the rest of the bottom platform. For the roof, I'm planning on using stone slabs. That way it helps with preventing spawning on top. In order to go up here though, I use the wall jump mod. That way I don't need to use ladders or anything. Basically, you hold W or any of the buttons against a wall, and then you jump, hold shift, jump again, hold shift again, and you just alternate between jump and shift, and you go up. It does consume a little more on the stamina, so you make sure you have a good food source, and just to help you go up. Going down, I don't think requires much. Yeah, it doesn't require anything. I also use it to catch myself if I'm falling. That way it's faster on a long fall. This one's not too high of a fall. Then again, we are using the spikes, and I need to be able to kill them in order to level up a weapon and stuff like that. That's why it's not as tall as it should be. It's only, I think, 12 blocks tall instead of the recommended 22 or 23 or so. So once I'm done with this, I'll make the walls, and then we can work on the fans. I am making the size of it about the size of the circle, but as a square. I think it kind of fits. And remember while you're building this to make sure to watch out for the X's. Yellow is fine for when you quickly need a change, but red you need to immediately prevent if it shows up. Basically, yellow is if it gets dark enough, mobs will spawn there. If it's red, it means they could spawn at any moment, regardless of time of day, and so on. It's dark enough for them to just immediately spawn. In this mod pack, there's more than just the zombies, skeletons, and creepers. There's also like cyborgs, which shoot lasers. Endermen can also spawn. And one of the things is we will be getting cyborg parts through this mob farm. It'll just take a little bit of time, and usually they show up with, or at least the guns show up with a durability. The parts, though, we can potentially use. I haven't used that part of the mod pack yet. It's where you can turn yourself into a cyborg to increase your physical abilities, give you stats and other stuff based off of cyborg technology. The legendary items, I think, are the best ones to use to boost yourself, which you get from killing cyborgs. Okay, that's the entirety of the floor. I will now work on the walls and be back shortly. Okay, I finished the walls. I added the slabs on the top to prevent spawning. That way I didn't have to put torches up there. The bottom half of a block does not spawn mobs. The top half does. So slabs, when they take up the bottom half of a block space, they won't allow mobs to spawn on top. So let's test out the fan. I haven't used these types of fans, so I'm going to learn them with you guys. I'm going to put one right there. I can right click into the GUI, show area. This will show where it's going to be blowing through. Now the upgrades say they can do a max of 3 upgrades, and that will increase. So if it's 1 and then 1, 2, 3, that'll be a 4 extra wide. And then we can also probably get it to push further. I don't know if they have a max of 10, so we can definitely get it to push to about here. I think we need it to push into the hole itself, or else they just stay here. We can test that out a little bit. So let me go get those upgrades. Ow, I missed the jump, or missed the catch. Luckily the fall is not fatal. Okay, the main thing for the upgrades is feathers and iron. We got a few blocks of iron, so I'll grab all of those except one. And then come over here, put them into the ingots. Can probably put away some of these items. I'll just put that away for now. Now, killing them doesn't guarantee the drops, so I'll be just getting a bunch of wheat. So if I grab some bone meal, then I can right click and just harvest a bunch of seeds, I believe. Let's do it in the middle, actually. That way, less likely it will fall down the hole or off the edge. Okay, that got me about 16 seeds. So that's 16 feathers. That's not enough to do all the upgrades, but enough to just make a few to see how they affect. Need to trade them for feathers with this guy, so there we go. Oh yeah, another thing about the merchant is I don't think you need the guy to be alive. He can be dead and the stand still works. He's just a side thing. Just for a little bit of fun. So, gonna grab a width one. A height one. Gonna put... Don't need that. Really easy to get. Okay, and then a normal fan, which requires redstone dust. And let's see how this affects the GUI. Cool thing about these fan machines is that they don't require electricity or the RF that a lot of these mod packs require. It just requires a redstone signal to run. So a lever will work fine. Okay, I'm gonna put in a width one, a height one, and a distance one. So a little wider area. Didn't see much. So it's one past the torch. It's not looking like it's increasing it. I'll have to test it out a few to see exactly how it will work. But you can just put a lever on top of it, flip it, and you get pushed. So yeah, it'll push to about here. So if we can get it to go to here, then they can, oh, that was laggy. Then it can push them past it, because it goes past it, I believe. Yeah, it won't let me in there. And then I can go over here and turn it off and enter back into the area. So work on setting up the fan system and then I'll be back. Yeah, I've almost finished. Got the last two in there. I believe it's all set up. So all the side ones over here will push towards the middle, where these ones on either side will push them into the hole, and everything's basically focused to go into the hole. Right now, I'm going to believe everything's set. So I'm going to start breaking all the torches and then crawl onto the roof. I've already set up the downstairs spikes as well with a hopper to a chest. I'll be changing that system once I get the item ducts and stuff, as it will allow me to transport them to a easier to access location. I believe that's the last torch. This entire area is yellow, including on top of the fans, but that shouldn't matter once I turn on the system. So now I will start building kind of a roof around the fans. That way I don't accidentally fall in while I'm turning them all on. None should spawn at the current time because the sun is still out. I did look it up and it said that the slabs do block light, so I think we should be fine. And I missed. Okay, so I want to put a block here and then a slab, and that should prevent the mobs from getting out. Just gonna light up this area real quick. A little. And I just need to get inside now. Blocking them off. That way they don't spawn on top of the fan. The reason why I'm doing this design is that my old design had a flaw where spiders would get stuck in the machine because they would get shoved into a wall and then they could climb up the wall instead of them being able to... Oh, wrong one. Instead of going down the hole, they would just stick at the top. Unless I went up and killed them by hand. This one I'm hoping to avoid that by having all the fans cover every single wall, pushing inwards. So unless... well, I could do that later. So unless they stick to the roof, should be fine, but because of the walls and such, I'm... Oh, hello. Oh, as you can see, it's working. So I'll start covering this up, and then we can go check out the bottom. Okay, almost finished. I did have to go down and get some more resources, building a little tower over there. But I see that my plan did not work. Probably a 4x4 hole would allow the spiders to go down, but I have a backup plan. Oh yeah, and you can see how it's all turning red. So it is successfully working. I just need to now, I believe, just put a fan here to blow straight down and shove them downwards. Using this tower, I can slide down, negating fall damage. And then I can grab the fan and the lever for it. And I do need to get some more upgrades. Crap. I'll be right back. Okay, after that was all done. Now. Okay. That was something I had to work on. So now I have the spikes on, so that they should always be able to deploy and kill them before the creepers can explode. I don't know why the creepers exploded then, either a skeleton shot them or something. I think maybe, possibly. And then I can go up here. I did manage to get the fan up there. And I think by putting it here, do need to put a torch up here, but I'm gonna need to do something about it. I'm hoping this works. If not, I'm gonna have to figure something else out. I think it's pushing. Okay, that should be on. If that doesn't work, then I'll have to focus on it in the future. Like I said, as long as I'm getting the other stuff, it's fine. Spiders are kind of a side thing. Just gonna destroy this tower real quick. Okay, and then I have all the resources pumping down into the chest down there by Hopper. I'll be changing that in the future. Maybe look into explosion resistant blocks. There, that way we can not have to worry about that anymore. Because I need them to survive in there for a bit. You can hear them all dying there. And then all the resources get dropped in here. And we can get many different things: potion of healing, rotten flesh, bones, cyborg parts. If a witch spawns in there, we can get some redstone, glass bottles, and some other things. For now, it's just really just let it run. Don't need to know about these anymore. Oh yeah, the crafting recipe for the diamond spikes, 3 iron blocks, and then 3 diamonds. Osmium is what we're gonna go for next. And I actually found out how to get netherrack without going to the nether, and that's to pour lava onto redstone amber. I'm just gonna show that one real quick. We'll focus on getting the tree resources on the next episode. So let me head over there real quick. I believe in order to put lava into the smeltery, just gonna, why not? Just grab the entire stack. Okay. Is to use a bucket on lava and just right click there? Or do I have to put it in there? No. I thought I got it in there one time. Oh, through here. And it should put it in there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, you put it through there, and that should do. I'm gonna turn this off and break this one. It deletes the liquid inside that was in there, so you'd waste resources by doing that. Then we need to make redstone amber, so I'm just gonna quickly do that. Let's see. Oh, it's just the resin. Acorns to make the redstone, resin to make the amber. Okay, and then you can right click, place it in there, drop the lava on there. Still has some lava, so might as well just make 3 more. I think I need 1 more, so 3 more resin. And there we go, netherrack. Now you can only place 1 in at a time. In order for it to work, you can't keep have it just place the entire stack in there. We can craft the netherrack sapling, which will automate getting netherrack. And then, let me see. The main purpose is, I believe, to make this, the slimy magma mud, so we can make the magma slime crystal, so that we can eventually get to the osmium, I think. Let's see. Osmium amber requires the quartz, and the quartz sapling requires the magma slime crystal. I don't think I've ever used this method of getting netherrack. Getting soul sand, on the other hand, is harder. I need to make either something that's really hard to craft plus sand. I tried to use a method before where I poured experience onto sand, but it didn't work too well. Essence or essence of knowledge into experience, or something like that. So we're going to need to go to the nether for that one, which is why I have the nether cake set up. Obsidian, I can make an auto machine to craft it or make it and then break it. I've done it before, so I'll probably make that on the next one. But for now, that will be where I end the video today. I forgot to turn off the display thing, so those will always be there as far as I know. This is where I'll end the episode for today. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.